Physical properties of haloalkanes and haloarenes. In alkyl halides and aryl halides, or in haloalkanes and haloarenes, the carbon halogen bond is polar in nature. Carbon is slightly positively charged, and because of greater electronegativity of halogen atom, halogen is slightly negatively charged. That is why this bond is polar in nature. And because of this polarity of this carbon halogen bond, there may be certain properties different. So we are starting with the first, that is physical state. Now what about the physical state of alkyl halides? Alkyl halides are generally lower members, they exist as gases, and the higher members, they exist as solids. Like more than 17 or 18 carbon, more than 17 or 18 carbon, they will be solids. But if we talk about the lower members like chloromethane or bromomethane or chloroethane or bromoethane, etc., all these are what? These are gases at room temperature. Higher members will be liquids, and still higher, 17 or 18 carbon, more than that, they will be solids at room temperature. And if we talk about the pure volatile compounds, they are colorless. Pure volatile compounds are colorless. They are colorless, and many of them, they have a sweet smell. But bromides and iodides, sometimes they may develop color. Bromides and iodides may develop a color. Now moving to the next, that is boiling point. Now what about boiling point? Boiling point depends upon the intermolecular forces of attraction. So if we compare the boiling point of any alkyl halide with the corresponding alkane, alkyl halides will always be having higher boiling point as compared to the corresponding alkanes. Like if we are taking CH3Cl and we are comparing its boiling point with ethane, so ethane's boiling point will be lesser, this will be higher. Why higher alkyl halides having higher boiling point? That is because of the polar nature of carbon halogen bond. So there will be dipole-dipole interaction between the alkyl halides, and because of that particular reason, their boiling point will be higher than the corresponding alkane. Now what if we have the same alkyl group and the halogen atom is different? Then how the boiling point will vary? Like if we are taking fluoromethane, then we are taking chloromethane, we are taking bromomethane and iodomethane. So out of all these, this is the order. Iodomethane will be having highest boiling point. Why is it so? Why the boiling point is highest? That is because of the largest size of iodine. Because iodine is largest in size, that is why they will be having stronger forces of attraction, and that is why their boiling point will vary or will follow this order. Now what if the halogen atom is same but the alkyl group is different? Higher or larger is the size of the alkyl group, then higher will be the boiling point. Like if we compare CH3Cl, C2H5Cl, then C3H7Cl, methyl chloride, ethyl chloride and propyl chloride. So in all of these you may see that propyl chloride is having much higher boiling point. Why is it so? Why the boiling point of propyl chloride is higher? That is because of the larger size of the alkyl group. Larger size of the alkyl group will increase the magnitude of the forces of attraction, and that is why it happens so. Now what about if we talk about the same number of carbon atom but the isomers are there? Like if we have 1 2 3 4, this is what? 5. This is what? This is n-pentyl bromide. N-pentyl bromide. CH3, CH2, 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 CH2Br. So n-pentyl bromide, that will be having maximum boiling point, followed by isopentyl bromide, followed by neopentyl bromide. Neopentyl bromide will be having minimum boiling point among all the isomers of this pentyl bromide. Why is it so? Because it has maximum branching. So because of the maximum branching, the surface area tends to be minimum. That is why that will decrease the surface area. Decreases surface area. Decrease in surface area means lesser the magnitude of intermolecular forces of attraction. Lesser intermolecular forces of attraction or weaker intermolecular forces of attraction. So that is how the order is for the boiling point. Now what about the melting point? If we talk about the melting point of the dihaloarenes or dihalobenzene, like say for example we have this compound, this is dichlorobenzene, orthodichlorobenzene, and say this is para-dichlorobenzene, and if we compare their boiling point first, boiling point of ortho will be higher as compared to para. Why is it so? Because in ortho the dipole moment is going to be higher. Why dipole moment is going to be higher? Why dipole moment is higher? Because the two groups are present nearby. So that is why boiling point will be higher, and that is why the dipole moment will be higher, and that is why boiling point will be higher. Now moving to the next, that is melting point. Now what about the melting point? If we compare the melting point, then the para isomer will be having maximum melting point followed by ortho and then meta. Why is it so? Why para is having maximum boiling point here? That is because of more symmetrical structure. So more symmetrical structure means more closely packed, and that is why melting point will be higher. So that is how we can explain the boiling point and melting point. Now the next property we are starting with, that is solubility. Now what about solubility? Alkyl halides, they have a polar bond, and according to the principle that is like dissolves like, these alkyl halides were supposed to be soluble in water, but it is not so. Alkyl halides, even after having a polar bond, they are insoluble in water. So alkyl halides are insoluble in water. Even after carbon halogen bond is polar. Why is it so? Because this is because of the energy required to break the hydrogen bonding among water molecule, as well as to break the forces of attraction existing between alkyl halides, that is much higher. We know it very well. Alkyl halides, they are bonded with each other with the dipole-dipole interaction. So to break these forces of attraction, some energy is required. Similarly, there is a hydrogen bonding existing between water molecule. To overcome this also some energy is required. So for this also some energy is required. Now this energy required is much higher as compared to the energy released during the formation of the bond, or you can say because of the formation of the intermolecular forces of attraction between alkyl halide and water molecule. So these forces of attraction are weaker forces of attraction. These are weaker forces. That is why energy released is less, which is not sufficient enough. Energy released is less, which is not sufficient enough to overcome the forces of attraction or to break the pre-existing forces of attraction. That is why the alkyl halides, even after having a polar bond, they are insoluble in water. Thank you.